Israel. Listen close. Every word I spoke was always meant for you. Yeah. Yeah. I stepped down from a throne of light, born of Judah in the dead of night. Perfect walk, yeah, I kept it clean. Every law, every commandment seen. I healed your wounds, I spoke your name. They hated truth, I took the blame. Taught you how to live God's way. Called you back when you strayed. Son of God, still flesh and bone. Crown of thorns, still sat on the throne. I laid my life down willingly, so my people could finally breathe. I saw you scattered, torn apart, still engraved on the Father's heart. Every lash, every sacrifice was me paying Israel's price. I was talking to you when I said God love the world, that truth. I gave my life, yeah, that was proof. Israel, I was talking to you. Israel, I was talking to you. I didn't come for every land. I came to free you from their hands, from your enemies, from oppression to Israel. I was talking to you. They flipped the script, they changed the frame, tried to erase your blood and name. But I know who I was sent to save. Lost sheep, walking foreign ways. 12 tribes scattered worldwide. Still hear my voice when I call you mine. I brought repentance, wipe your sin. Forgave your sins, seal your fate. Some say they Jews, but they ain't true. Time gon' show who I really knew. Every nation will bow and know my truth, that I have only ever loved you. Hold your head, don't lose your faith. I'm right on time, I don't show late. Every promise still intact. Ain't nothing I won't bring back. I was talking to you, John 3:16, yeah, that was you. Every word that I ever knew was spoken straight to Israel. I was sent for you alone, from captivity to the throne. I never loved another same. Israel, remember your name. New Jerusalem, coming down. Holy city, righteous crown. 12 gates standing side by side. Every tribe named carved inside. No more fear, no more tears, no more chains from former years. What was stolen, I restore. You won't be low no more. Those who ruled you unjustly before will recognize what I ordained. Yeah, order restored, balance made. My people honor no more shame. I scattered you, but I never let go. I marked your mind before the world said no. I'm coming back to gather you from every nation, every view, bring you home where you belong. Israel, stay strong. Heaven's promise never fails. I know you well. Stand firm, Israel. Your king still walks with you. And what I promise, I will finish.
Here to the Lord. Hallelujah. Hey, don't be taken back by what you see.
That's it, ride 88.
Be obedient. Trust in the Lord. Embrace the Spirit. Hey, we need you to scrubs. It's easier than you think. Iron sharpens iron. It only take a few good brothers. Let's get it. It's the mush. Gotta apply it. Body script. Well, let's be for real, know how you feel. Some of the odds can leave you with a bad taste. Wanna know the fruits of the spirit, you lay it all out, tell me how. When I was in the trap, first time your folk heard about the truth. Blowing gas, laughing like they boys and fools. Sad, bad, look at that, homie crew. Ain't bad with it, but this here move. My spirit bear witness. Needless to say, if I was a dick, went through it like Joe, then double up, please. Away the cigarettes relieved all the stress. The point of the story, don't let what you're going through cause disobedience. Pray I'm ready for the ones allotted to. What you going through, y'all let me help you. I know you might not think you where you wanna be. Let me help you with it, we'll get where we wanna be. Hey God, I admit myself that I ain't for real. Pray I'm in the spirit, bro, that's it. I know you might not think you I pray we stay in the spirit, bro, that's it. Y'all talk no count, bro, let's get it. Don't let that stop you from uniting. Let's do it, bro, don't let that hold you back this time right now. All praise to the Most High, now you know who you is. Now you know where you're from. Now you know why you come. Now you know who salvation for. Now you know they about to be hating more. Now you know temptation come. Yeah, may go for testimony. Rock 1 and 1. Translated in another tongue, the word loses time. So we say Kala, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Kwame Yashara, Rakatashi. Y'all can come in and out. So you sitting in line. You're renewing your heart, you're renewing your mind. I know you might not think you where you wanna be. Let me help you with it, we'll get where we wanna be. I admit myself that I ain't pray I'm in the spirit, bro, that's real. I know you might not think you where you pray we stay in the spirit, bro, that's it. Hey, I'll admit it, I ain't. Don't let that stop you from uniting.
Must go get it in time. Got a call from the Arcanal like we overdue, rock, we gotta work. So you know I had to drop a verse. Guard your light and put the Father first. Luke 11 verse 10, truth ain't hard to find, you just gotta search. My ox used to be members, now they members of the body. Who gon' stop the church? We ain't quite where we wanna be, but we doing a little better. Remember I was on the streets doing freestyles trying to warn the sheep. And them nights cold, couldn't go to sleep, that's facts. Flesh was saying give up, you should wait till you get on your feet. Holy Spirit said something different. Look, you gotta start somewhere. Ain't the kingdom where you wanna be. Have faith, that's substance. There's some things you ain't gonna see. Jacob go and tell the lost tribes that we got a king and he hold the keys. On the last day I pray let us in, wipe away our tears and we never leave. I know you might not be where you wanna be, but if you have not and ask not, you never gonna receive. I pray we get on one accord with it, never forfeit it. If you want a crown, must go and get it.
I know you might not think you I pray we stay in the spirit, bro, that's it.
Lighter when I hear your notes. This
inside, mama, let me ride. Oh, baby, here it goes.
Persala.
I've been looking for feel good, it's still hood. Fresh, leaving no prints like Uncle Phil would. I feel it under my chest, I'm getting further from death. I see his water protecting me like a shield would. Lot of rain, keep the feel good. We gotta bang just to feel good. They bang the set, keep a drumstick tucked to the chest. And them symbols, just a symbol for the love for the metal. Glitter with bezels, find Nirvana in a speaker. And my love for the ghetto, builders dilapidated bass, rattle trunk with the treble. At the corner we would try to be rebels. Cussing loud, smoking papers, who'd have thought of these devils? Had us under their clutches, guess the score wasn't settled. We the pray, so we praying in the hood, but we patiently waiting. Say the Shema when I rise, keep me away from the Satan. Put your spirit on my mind, give a song for salvation. Yeah, the sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. Rise and shine, put your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked. Cause I saw you and my brain clicked on. Now I sang this song, yep. Rise and shine, get your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked. Cause I saw you with my brain clicked on. Now I sang this song. Yeah, like Lottie Dottie, got the spirit riding shoddy with me. She a baddie, take her to parties with me. Help me focus on my studies, and we always see the darkest secrets. We read at night when the Father teaching. We keep it light, trying to brighten the night, even though stress is mounting. Had encounters on the devil's mountain. Felt the trouble when I stepped in the door, and I should have never doubted. He sent an angel, and I felt his power, still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. On that day then every nation and kindred would take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what you witnessed before. If you're living then you still got hope. Yep. On that day, every nation and kindred would take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what they witnessed before. If you're living, then you still got hope. Yeah. It's brought around over here on this table. We want to make sure that everybody can line up and just get through smoothly. Put the plates, the forks, all that, line all that up. Hold on real quick. Move the tables over around the side like that. Yeah, because we got to make sure the walkway is clear for people to get through to the front. And then when we line up and do the prayers, we're probably going to like have everybody come around this way. And then we'll have Adawan Kanal do the prayers on that side. They'll start from the left and come all the way down. Yeah. Y'all love the feast days.
Hey, shalom, 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 Shabbat, shalom to everyone this Shabbat morning. This is another Sabbath morning brew with Anointed House of Saints. I am Captain Knock. I'm here. I'm joined here with the mighty Captain Shaquat. We have a mighty lesson today. Well, I should say Captain Shaquat has a mighty lesson today. So I'm excited to get started. Hope everybody rested well. Or I should say you're going to be resting well today on this Sabbath day. But I hope everybody's enjoying their week with their families, staying in the scriptures, staying prayed up, supporting one another. And here we are on another beautiful Sabbath, able to congregate and come together in the Most High. So before we get started, let's go ahead and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Right? We want to thank everyone who comes and sits with us, who comes and listens and comes and gets edified, who all comes to share their experiences with the Anointed House of Saints. Today's class is going to be pretty interesting. I think Captain Shaquat brought out something that's pretty interesting, but I think it's something that's definitely needed. As you can look at the thumbnail, it says AHOS presents Which Wife Do You Come From? The Origins of the 12 Tribes. All right. So we know that Jacob had 4 wives, and those 4 wives make up all of the 12 tribes, all the 12 sons that Jacob had. All right. So Captain's going to go through that. But before we get right into class, let me go ahead and make a few announcements before we get started. First off, let me go ahead and pull the calendar up real quick. And let's be reminded that these feast days and these new moons we are commanded to keep. So that's why we constantly show them and remind everyone. Because let's think about it, y'all. We didn't know that we were Israel. So we were following lies of Christianity. We're following, all the holidays and pagan days of this wicked pagan custom called Christianity, and so and it was hammered into our head to have to deal with these holidays, these hell days every month, every year. And so now that we are in this truth, it is our job as brothers who are trying to be teachers and leaders of our households and our families we have to teach this to our children, right? We have to teach it to our loved ones, and it has to be repetitive so that it becomes just as normal as it is when we've been dealing with all these evil days that we were given. All right. So on the left side, we got feast days lined up. Our next feast day, right? Feast day would be September 11th, which would be our Feast of Trumpets. The next event after that, next day will be Day of Atonement, September 19th. And then the next major feast would be Feast of Tabernacles, which we will be celebrating, or I should say congregating, between the 25th and the 28th. On the right side, our next new moon, or our next new month, Salakia, will be taking place on August 12th. That's the 6th moon. So be prepared for a class to be taught on that evening. Also, go ahead and pull the Feast of Tabs up. We can go ahead and bring that out. Also, let's go into this. Our Feast of Tabernacles, right, for 2026 with the Anointed House of Saints. We will be congregating September 28th. Salakia, from the 25th to the 28th of 2026. This will be taking place in Greensboro, North Carolina. For the East Coast, for those brothers and sisters who are closer to the East Coast, will be taking place in Greensboro. Those who are closer to the West Coast, we will be having meeting the same days in California. I'll have Captain Shaquat kind of fill in on that for those on that side. Captain, you want to go ahead and give a few little information on that real quick?
Con. So we're going to be in Oroville, which is like 3 hours from San Francisco. It's really nice out there, man. There's nothing but redwood trees. They got a lake out there. It's typically, we usually there by ourselves. And I tell you, it's probably like the cheapest place that you can go because it's only $20 per day per car. So, yeah, man, we're going to be doing it from the 25th, September 25th to the 28th in Oroville. If you looking to come, or if you're in the West Coast, Bay Area, send us an email, and then I'll connect with you, and we'll go from there.
God. All praises to the Most High. So yeah, this is a day that we are commanded. All men are commanded to keep Feast of Tabernacles. We know this is what was done in the wilderness. with Moses. But we want this event to be something where families can experience something, especially maybe families who've never experienced this for the first time, right? Like I said, we have our children who understand what Christmas, Thanksgiving, all these other holidays are, but they don't know anything about Feast of Tabernacles. They know nothing about Feast of Passover, right? Feast of First Fruits, Feast of Trumpets, the many different holidays and holy days the Most High gave us to keep as a memorial. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to be having activities going on throughout those days that we will be congregating. If you want to be a part of this, please visit our website at AnointedHouseOfSaints.org. There you can find out more information and be able to register. All right. So all praises for that. You can go ahead and pull that down. The water. All right. So let's go ahead and get this going. Today's class is titled Sabbath Morning Brew. Which wife do you come from? The origins of the 12 tribes. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Captain Shaquat. Hey, everybody get your notepads out, get your pens and markers, and you want to retain this information. The best way to do that is to write it down. All right. I know this is a video and you can go back and play it back, but I'm telling you, if you write it down, it does something different. At least it does for me. Well, go ahead, Shaquat. It's all yours.
Shalom, Israel, man. I've been working on this lesson for a while, just trying to, write everything down, trying to make sure I can make it make sense for people. Basically, we're going to just go through the story. We're going to go through a couple different meanings, what the name means. We're going to get the background story behind it. But before we do all that, man, put some the waters in the chat, man. The water Yahweh's in the chat, because you woke up this morning. A lot of people didn't wake up this morning. You got all your limbs. Even if you don't have your limbs, you still here. You know what I'm saying? If you're grateful that you woke up, you got your limbs, you got a job, you got a place to live, whatever it is, man. Put the waters Yahweh's in the chat. As you guys know, about a month ago, I lost my brother. And, I just realized a lot of stuff. So I'm thankful that I'm here. Thankful I got my family. Thankful I got y'all, and just put the water in the chat. The water Yahweh's in the chat, man. So like Captain Knox said, have your notepad, highlighter, pen, and of course your Bible. Of course your Bible. Nadia, go ahead and put that up. First slide. Nadia, yeah, there we go. So the title of the class is Which Wife Do You Come From? The Origins of the 12 Tribes, right? Go ahead. Next slide. So like I said, we're going to go through a couple things. We're going to go through the backstory on how Jacob met his wives. Then we're going to go over Leah and her kids, Bilhah, Zilpah's kids, Rachel and her kids, and then we're going to go over the names of the sons in Hebrew and their definitions, right? Because if we're claiming to be Israel, we got to know the backstory. If we're claiming to be Israel, we got to know which wife, we come from, right? If we're claiming to be Israel, 1 second, y'all. No, that's not what if we're claiming to be Israel, we have to Salakia. Try to make it so y'all don't hear them all them dings and messages and stuff. But if we're claiming to be Israel, man, we got to know the origins, right? We got to know the origins of where we come from. All right, go ahead to the next slide. So let's go to Genesis chapter 28. we're gonna read verse 1 through 5, right? You guys take notes. We'll jump around a little bit. This is Genesis 28, verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of thy daughters. Thou shalt not take a wife of thy daughters of Canaan. Right? So the Lord is talking to Jacob, telling him, don't take a wife. If you read most of the chapter, you'll see that Esau ended up doing the complete opposite. Right? Verse 2.
I got
Arise. What you say?
This is Genesis 28 and verse 2.
Arise,
go to Padanaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy father's mother, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother.
So Laban would be Jacob's uncle, right? Laban would be Jacob's uncle, okay? He's telling him to go to Padanaram to go get a wife from him, which technically Laban's daughters would be Jacob's cousins, right? In today's terms. Well, I guess in all terms, right? Go ahead.
Now, verse 3. And God Almighty bless thee and make thee fruitful and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which God gave unto Abraham.
All right, so now the Lord is telling him to go to this place, get him a wife from his uncle, right, and multiply. Right? Go ahead.
Down verse 5. And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padanaram unto Laban, son of Bethuel, the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother.
Come. All right, let's go to Genesis 29. We're going to read 1 and 2.
The book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked and beheld a well in the field. And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth.
Now, I'm not sure, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure, in John 4, where Christ is speaking to the sister from Samaria, and they're meeting at Jacob's well, right? Now, I got to do a little more research on this, but I'm not sure if this is the well that becomes Jacob's well. But I think it might be, right? I think it might be, and I could be wrong. I got to do a little more research on that, right? Well, jump to verse 10.
Verse 10. And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban his mother's brother, that Jacob went near, and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the flock of Laban his mother's brother. Now
he's in the city where the Lord told him to go, right? And he's meeting up with Laban, and he sees Rachel, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept.
So now, when it says that he kissed him, how he kissed Rachel, how many of y'all think like this is like he gave her a kiss on the lips or something like that? If you think that's what it was, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think that's what it was, put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. If you think that's what it was, like he kissed her on the lips or something like that, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think that's what it was, put a 2 in the chat. Right. So for those of y'all that put number 2, that is correct, right? When he says he kissed her, it's more of like you hugging your mom, you giving her a kiss on the cheek, or you run into some friends, and you give them like a kiss on the cheek, right? It's not he's giving her like a passionate kiss, remember, this is family, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, verse 12.
Verse 12. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son, and she ran and told her father.
Now, what that sound like? Well, what that sound like? And Jacob told Rachel that he was his father's brother.
Her father's brother.
Her father's brother, right? So it sounds like Jacob is saying that I'm your uncle, right? Go ahead. Her father's brother, and what?
And that he was Rebekah's son.
But then he says that, oh, I'm Rebekah's son. Right? Go ahead.
And she ran and told her father.
And she ran and told her father who Jacob was. Okay. So we know from the previous story that Laban is Jacob's uncle. Laban is his mother's Rebekah's brother. Okay. So that would make Rachel and Jacob brothers. Okay. Jump to 15.
Rachel and Jacob. Say that again, Cap.
Say it again.
You said that would make Rachel and Jacob what?
Cousins.
There you go. That you said brothers. I was like,
my bad. My bad. Yeah. 15.
Verse. I think we're at verse 13.
15. Jump to 15. It's okay.
Let me jump to 15, Cap.
Yeah.
And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be?
Right. So since you my family, what you gonna charge me? Right. This is what Laban is asking. What you gonna charge me if you work for me? Right. Go ahead.
And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored.
What does that mean, tender-eyed? What does that mean, tender-eyed? What y'all think that mean in the chat? Put what you think that mean in the chat, tender-eyed.
That's very nice to say it, to break it down that way.
What you think that mean, tender-eyed? Okay, Nadia, okay.
All right.
Okay. Reserved, okay. Anybody else? Okay, Carla Taylor, shy, okay. Chosy, okay, that's a good question, right? So when we look up the go ahead.
Well, before you bring it out, Cap, I have, there's another way isn't there another way to say, to kind of describe tender-eye?
Go ahead, bring it up.
Dang, I just had it now.
James Jones, okay, pretty, okay, hard to look at.
Oh, hard to look at. There we go. That's a little, yeah. All right, there we go, Sister Chosy. That's a little bit more.
So when we look at the Hebrew word, right, it's from H7390, right, which is called rock. It's pronounced rock, RAWK, and it means tender, soft, delicate, right? Tender, soft, delicate, soft-spoken, soft voice, right? And the people that put in the chat was, y'all was pretty much right. It literally said hard to look at. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. All right, let's go. Keep where we at? Verse 18. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, let me start at 17.
Yeah, go ahead.
Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And
so
Jacob,
Rachel was bad. Okay, Rachel was in today's terms, what y'all say, fine, right? That's an old school word, right? Or what my kids say, tough.
tough.
My kids say tough.
New word.
That's a new word. These teenagers and preteens got these new words, man. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me.
Now, why do you think Laban said this? Because he's family, right? They follow the same customs, you know. They followed the same customs, you know. Rachel and Isaac, you know, raised Jacob to follow the Most High, right? So it'll be only right that Laban will give his daughter to Jacob, right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her.
Right. So he served 7 years, right? He had to prove to Laban, like, if you give her to me, I'm gonna be able to take care of her, like you take care of her. Right. And that's one thing I tell my kids, man. Like, look, when a guy wants to talk to you or he wants to try to date you, what's the first thing he needs to do? He needs to come talk to me, because I need to make sure that he's a good fit. He has to prove to me that he's a good fit for you, because I'm the one taking care of you. I'm the one paying $8,500 for you to play volleyball, all the traveling expenses and, you know, the shoes, the jerseys, all that kind of stuff. I'm the one paying for your food and taking you to school, taking you to practice, so forth and so forth, right? I need to make sure that this guy is worth it, right? Go ahead.
21. Water. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her.
Right. So now he's fulfilled his 7 years, and he's like, man, where my wife at, man? I'm ready. I'm ready to get it on. Bring her in the tent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where's she at? Right. Go ahead.
And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter and brought her to him, and he went in unto her.
Right. So at this point, he took Leah and he laid with her. Right. He laid with her. Hey, Shalom, brothers. IHOZ. Shalom. He laid with her, right? Go ahead. 24.
God. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for an handmaid.
Wait a minute. So there was a switch. So it must have been dark in the tent, right? What he couldn't see. It must have been dark. Go ahead.
And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, and what is this what is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?
Right. So why are you tricking me, man? I worked for Rachel. I wanted Rachel, but you gave me Leah. What's going on? Right? Go ahead.
And Laban said, it must not be so done in our country, to give the younger before the firstborn.
So Laban was like, look, it's not a thing for us to give the younger daughter first. We have to give the oldest daughter, right? Come on.
Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service. Which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years.
Go ahead.
And Jacob did so and fulfilled her week. And he gave him Rachel his daughter to wife also.
So not only did he serve the first 7 years, he served a whole other 7 years. So combined 14 years. You know, I would have been pissed. I probably would have walked away after the first one, right? I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Like, dude, I didn't show you that I'm here for 7 years, and if that's not good enough, bro, it ain't worth it, dude. It ain't worth it, man. So he worked 14 years, right? So now he has two wives, right? The older sister and the younger sister, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
God.
Verse 28, I believe.
Verse 28. And Jacob did so and fulfilled her week, and he gave him Rachel, his daughter, to wife also. Mm-hmm. And Laban gave to Rachel his daughter Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. Mm-hmm. And he went in unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years.
Right. So this can go into, other scriptures, right? Where it talks about if you have two wives, you can't. If you have two wives, you have to serve them both equally, right? He wanted Rachel real bad. That's funny. You have to serve them. You can't diminish one wife because you don't like her, right? And I believe this is where that law came from. Okay. Now go to the next slide. Nadia, go to the next slide. I know he ain't sleep.
Is this the one?
There we go. All right, cool. Come.
Yeah, I'm about to say I thought that was already changed.
Come. So now we're gonna get into who Leah, who her kids are, right? Now, let's go to let's start at verse 31. Get some context.
29:31.
Yep.
And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb. Mm-hmm. But Rachel was barren. Mm-hmm. And Leah conceived and bare a son. And she called his name Reuben, for she said, surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me.
Right. So the first child that Leah had and the first child that Jacob had was Reuben. Okay. We're going to get into the definitions of what the names mean after we go through all the kids. Okay. Right. So it said that Reuben was the firstborn, and she said she named him Reuben because surely the Lord had looked upon my affliction. Okay. When it gives the description or gives the name of the son, it kind of gives you an idea of what that name might mean. Right. I think only 2 of them don't give you the idea of what the name means. 1 or 2 of them. I got it in my notes. But let's keep reading.
Yeah. Verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord hath heard I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Come on. So Simeon, what do you guys think his name means? Put that in the chat. What do you think his name means based off what we read in verse 33? Just take a guess. What you think it means? Anybody? Based on what we just read in verse 33, what do you think it means? Okay, the Lord has heard. Okay. Okay, that's a good guess. Let's keep reading. We're gonna go to the next son. Like I said, we're gonna go through all this when we get to the other kids, right? The end of the other kids. Go ahead.
Verse 34. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi.
Levi, for y'all that claim to be Levites, this is where you come from, man. Leah, right? Leah, y'all come from Leah, okay? Like I said, in the verse, it gives you some type of inclination of what the name might mean, okay? For her to be ugly, Jacob was... That's funny. Go ahead, read 35.
Verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now I will praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah and left bearing.
The most important tribe, man. 4th tribe. You know what I'm saying? It was the 4th son that Leah bared for Jacob. And according to scriptures, that's the Judah got to wake up first, man. Judah got to wake up first, and then everybody else will follow, right? If you claim to be Judah, this is your foremother. This is your foremother, Leah. Con. All right. Now, she had 2 more sons. Okay. Let's go to Genesis 30 and 18. Genesis 30 and 18. Actually, start at 17. Start at 17.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 17. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived, and bare Jacob the 5th son. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar.
Come. Issachar. Now, based off what we just read here, tell me what y'all think his name mean. Tell me what you think his name mean, based off what we just read in verse 18. Just put it in the chat. What y'all think it means. All right, y'all go ahead and put that in the chat. We're gonna go on to the next child. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 19. And Leah conceived again and bare Jacob the 6th son. And Leah said, God hath endued me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun.
Zebulun, right? Just remember, man, you got to know where you come from. You got to know who your foremother is. We claiming to be Israelites, and we don't know the history on how we even got here, right? So if you're from Zebulun, Leah is your foremother, man. Go to the next slide. Come on. Now, Bilhah and Zilpah, right? They were the handmaids, okay? They were the handmaids of both Leah and Rachel. But they became Jacob's wives because why? Because one, they gave Leah and Rachel gave them to Jacob, and he ended up laying with them, right? Let's go to Genesis 30 and we start at verse 2. Start at verse 2.
Book of you said Genesis 30?
Yep.
All right, this is the book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, am I in God's stead, who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb?
Because Rachel wasn't having any kids, right? And he was like, yo, what's going on? Why your womb closed up, right? Go ahead.
And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her.
So now Jacob, Salakia. So now Rachel, like I said earlier, gave Bilhah to Jacob, right? So she can bear the kids. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, 1 second.
Verse 5.
God. Verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her.
And Jacob ended up laying with her, and she became his wife. All right, go ahead.
And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
So now we see that Dan comes from who? Put it in the chat. If you're paying attention, put it in the chat. Who does Dan come from? Dan comes from who? Put it in the chat. See if y'all paying attention, man. Gone. Bilhah, right? Bilhah. No, not Rachel, Keith, man. Not Rachel. Abomination, desolation is around the corner. And you knew and improved Hebrew Israelites are teaching things 6 years old. Which would be
Edward Barber. That's a funny name.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so she Dan came from Bilhah, right? Go ahead.
You know, it really, bro. I'm so hold on, Captain. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I'm not going to destroy this Sabbath. But we're here, you know, teaching, reading the Bible, giving understanding, and then you have people coming to this chat. Don't know what you do, Edward Barber, but just what you put down just tells me a lot about your spirit. So you can stay and listen and maybe learn something. I don't know, but we're not going to allow what you say to affect what we're doing here. But just go ahead, Captain. I'm sorry. I just don't like when people post just stupid stuff. Let's go ahead. Let's enjoy this Sabbath. Let's go ahead.
Come on, go ahead. Verse 7.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 30, and verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bare Jacob a second son.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Naphtali, right? Where's the people? Tell me in the chat where are the people we teach Naphtali is from? Like, where would they be located? Where would they be located? All right. Where would they be located? Put that in the chat. Let me see. Let me see if y'all know. Let me see if y'all know. Where do we say Naphtali, the people of Naphtali would be at? All right. We say, dang, tip of my tongue. Argentina and, Chile area, right? Naphtali would be there. Okay. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife.
Mm-hmm.
And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad.
Called his name Gad, man. Look, it's when you see these definitions that I'm gonna bring out, right? It's coming from the Hebrew. It's crazy how it lines up with what their actual name is. You know what I mean? like I said, in each verse, it kind of gives you an inclination of what the name means. Okay. So we see that Gad is actually from Zilpah, not Bilhah, right?
Mhm.
So he comes from Zilpah, which is the other handmaid, right? Jacob had to go into her so she can have kids, and that's how Zilpah became his wife, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son.
Mm-hmm.
And Leah said, Happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
Asher. Now, where's Asher at, y'all? Tell me where Asher is. What landmass do we say Asher is? Y'all put it in the chat. See if y'all study a little bit. Y'all put it in the chat. See if y'all study. Where we say Asher is. Okay, I see Columbia. Okay. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? Colombia and what's it called? Uruguay. Right? Colombia and Uruguay. Come on. Carla Taylor got that right. All praises, man. Right, go to the next slide. So now we get into Rachel finally having kids, right? Go to Genesis 30 and verse 24. Start at 22.
Book of Genesis 30 and verse 22. And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her, and opened her womb. And she conceived and bare a son, and said, God hath taken away my reproach.
Mm-hmm.
And she called his name Joseph, and said, The Lord shall add to me another son.
Right. So now we see that Rachel had her first son. The Lord opened up her womb, and she had her first son, which was Joseph. Okay. So now somebody, well, I guess it's giving it away. I shouldn't have even put it up there. But we're gonna read a couple chapters later. It was some time before Rachel had her other son, Benjamin, right? It was some time in between 30 and 35, right? I don't know the exact timeline here, number wise, years wise, but you can see there was some time, some things was going on in between them, right? So let's go to Genesis 35 and we start at 16.
The book of Genesis chapter 35 and verse 16. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin.
Come on. Right. So we, like I said, we're gonna get into the definitions in a little bit. So we see that Rachel was getting ready to have this baby, right? But we see what the next verse tells us that the midwife was saying, you just calm down, right? Don't be, over I don't know, excited or whatnot. Just calm down, don't be scared. You about to have this baby. But we see in 18 that she was dying when she was having Benjamin, or she actually died, because it say that it came to pass as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name was it Benoni, right? So she actually died while having Benjamin, right? Now, So we went through all 12 sons, but which two are we missing? Put in the chat. Which two are we missing? Which two are we missing? Put in the chat. Which two sons are we missing? We went through 12 sons.
Hey, don't let Nadia answer for all of y'all. Y'all know y'all got
man.
answers.
Y'all supposed to be scholars, man.
Right.
Which two are we missing? Okay. We mentioned Dan already. We mentioned Dan. Right? We already mentioned Dan. And Dan was from who? See if y'all was paying attention, man. Dan is from who? Yeah, we mentioned Ephraim and Manasseh. Con. Right? Sister Joanne Gilchrist. We mentioned Dan, but where's Dan from? Who birthed Bilhah, right? Bilhah. And kids is crazy. What was I saying? Yeah, so we missing two, right? So go ahead, go to the next slide. We're missing Manasseh and Ephraim, right? And we're gonna read how they became tribes, right? How they became tribes. Let's go to Genesis 41 and 51.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 41 and 51. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For God said,
go start at 50. Start at 50, my bad.
Verse 50. This is Genesis 41 and verse 50. And unto Joseph were born two sons before the years of famine came. Which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him.
Go ahead.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For God said, He hath made me forget all my toil in all my father's house.
So who does Manasseh comes from? Who does Manasseh come from? We just read it. In verse 50. Tell me who Manasseh comes from. And what you think, tell me what you think his name means. All right, go ahead and read verse 52.
Verse 52. And the name of the second, and the name of the second called he Ephraim. For God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
So Ephraim and Ephraim and Manasseh come from Asenath. I believe that's how you say her name. Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar. How do you say that? Potipharah. Yeah. Potipharah, right? So now, how did they become tribes, right? So I mean, if you want to be technical, right? If we want to be technical, there's 14 tribes. We just read 12, and we added these two. But obviously, we know Dan, kind of fell off, and Joseph fell off, right? So how did Ephraim and Ephraim and Manasseh become tribes? Let's go to let's start at Genesis 48. Let's start at verse 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 48 and verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that no one told Joseph, that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed.
So Jacob was sick. Somebody told Joseph that, his dad was sick, and he brought, the grandkids, Manasseh and Ephraim, to go see him. Right? Go ahead.
On verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me, and said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession.
Right. So how is he's prophesying to Joseph, right? That what do he say? Behold, I will make thee fruitful. You're gonna have a bunch of kids, and you're gonna multiply, right? And you're gonna have a multitude of people, right? And as we know, Ephraim became the head of the northern kingdom, right? And through the northern kingdom, it was a bunch of kids everywhere. Okay, go ahead, read verse 5.
Verse 5. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
So look, at this point, Jacob is telling Joseph, your kids is going to be my kids, just as Reuben and Simeon are mine. Ephraim and Manasseh are going to be mine as well. So it was basically like he's adopting them to be his kids, right? Go ahead, verse 6.
Slakia, can I add a little something?
Yeah.
So let's look at the significance of what Jacob is doing, right? Because it says it right here, if y'all notice it. What was that verse that I just read?
Verse 5.
I'm going to read it again. It says, And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine. Notice what Jacob says here. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. What do y'all think he's doing right there? What is the emphasis he's showing? Who are Reuben and Simeon to Jacob?
His sons.
Not just his sons. They're the first two that he had of all the 12. He's comparing Ephraim and Manasseh to Reuben and Simeon, and basically saying these two sons of yours are like my first two born sons. Like that's the emphasis he's adding to the importance of Ephraim and Manasseh. And as we see in the scriptures, right, giving the firstborn rights. I wouldn't say it's giving the firstborn rights, but it's basically showing and Israel's adopting Israelites. But it's more like it's just the emphasis of how important and how serious he is about that. You can go ahead, Cap.
Verse 6. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And thy issue which thou begettest after them shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance.
So Jacob is telling Joseph, and when you have more kids, right? That's what thy issue is, having more kids. They are going to be mine too. They're not going to be yours. So don't even think about it, right? They're going to be mine. Okay. So at this point, again, you see on the screen where it says adoption. That's pretty much what Jacob is doing. He's adopting Joseph's kids and telling him, your kids is going to be my kids, right? Jump to verse 8. No, wait. Yeah, jump to verse 8. This is going to be a little reading.
Verse 8?
Yeah.
Now, verse 8. This is Genesis 48 and verse 8. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them.
See, Jacob didn't know that Joseph had kids. Because remember, Joseph was in Egypt, after his brothers tried to, they beat him up, put him in a ditch, sold him to a whole other nation, right? All over a jacket. Yeah. all over the Billie Jean jacket, man.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
One second.
God. I'm going to read again, verse 9. And Joseph said to his father, these are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Right? So Jacob is telling him, hey, man, bring me my grandkids, man. I'm going to give them a blessing, okay? Verse 10. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. So Jacob was pretty much... he said an 8-ball. Oh man, that's that New York undercover, man. New York undercover right there. So yeah, Jacob, he was losing his eyesight. Okay, read again. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see, and he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them and embraced them. So he gave him a big hug, man. he gave them a big hug, kissed them on the cheek, like, man, these my grandkids, Imagine you ain't seen you get your son leave at a young age, and then 20 years later you see him and he got kids. You're gonna be, excited to see your grandkids, man. And that's how Jacob. That's how I see Jacob is being right there. Verse 11. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, God has shown me also thy seed. Right? So he never thought he was going to see Joseph again. Right? But he ended up seeing him, and he gets to see his grandkids. Verse 12. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. Right? 13. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. So just imagine, I'm sitting across from you, or you sitting across from your mom or dad or something like that, right? I got Ephraim over here, Manasseh over here, and I give my dad Ephraim. So from my left hand to his right hand, my right hand to his left hand, right? Verse 14. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. So he's getting ready to bless the kids, but he puts his right hand on Ephraim's head first. Ephraim was the secondborn, and Manasseh was the firstborn. Right? Well, I'm going to jump to verse 17. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him. And he held up his father's hand and removed it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. So when Joseph seen this, he was like, yo, what you doing, man? Manasseh's the firstborn. You got to bless him first. Because in the culture, the firstborn gets the blessing, right? Verse 19. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. So even though Manasseh was the firstborn, Ephraim got the first blessing, right? And we know all through the scriptures, Ephraim did become a great nation, right? Become a huge nation, I should say. Verse 20. And he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. So we just went through the background of how Jacob met his wives, how the sons came about, how Ephraim and Manasseh got the blessing, how they became tribes, how they became adopted, right? So now we're going to get into, go to the next slide, Nadia. So these are all the sons, right? Like I said, remember, Dan, pretty much fell off. If you want to know what happened with Dan, we have quite a few lessons on Milk Mondays. Captain Eliel explains very, very detailed information about Dan. Joseph pretty much fell off, right? But to replace Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim became tribes. Okay? Go to the next slide. So we're going to get into the names, right? We're going to get into the names. Names in Hebrew and what they mean. Remember I said in almost in every verse, it gives you an inclination or an idea of what the name means, right? So when we go back to Genesis 29 and 32, well, I started 31, right? We see Reuben. Now, when you look on the screen here, you see there's numbers. Somebody tell me what these numbers mean. Somebody real quick, tell me what these numbers mean. Anybody, type it in the chat. Tell me what these numbers mean. Y'all still with me, man? Tell me what these numbers mean in the chat. All right. These numbers are because we use the Paleo Hebrew here, right? AnointedHOS, use the Paleo. So these numbers are the numbers of the letters, meaning, yeah, right, Sky Anderson, letter of the alphabet, right? You see, we have for Reuben, we have Ra, and I have 20 there. That's the 20th letter in the alphabet, in the Paleo Hebrew, right? A would be the first letter. Wa would be the 6th. Ba would be the 2nd. And Na will be the 14th. So how do we say that? Ra, A, Wa, Ban, Na. So when we put it together, it's Ra, Waban. Ra, Waban, right? And when we look at the Hebrew, you guys want to take these notes. Khan. Corey, Khan. When we look at the Hebrew, we see that it's H7205, and it means behold a son. And the root word is ra'ah, to see, to be seen, and bain, which is son / man-child. So when we go back and we read Genesis 30, we'll start at 31. It says, and when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. 32. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, surely the Lord have looked upon my affliction. Now, therefore, my husband will love me. Right? Behold a son. When we go into the Hebrew again, the word means behold a son. Remember, I said each verse kind of gives you an idea of what the definition of the name means. Okay. Go to the next slide. Simeon. All right, so we say Sha, Ma, I, Wa, Na. Shemayawan. Right? Shemayawan. We go to Genesis 33. And she conceived again. This is Leah. She conceived again and bare a son and said, because the Lord have heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. So when we look at the Hebrew, how do we say it again? Shemayawan, right? And it's H8095. It means to be heard. And then the root word is Shema, to hear, to listen, right? To hear, to listen. Now tell me where Simeon is located, according to our teachings here. Where's Simeon located at? Somebody put it in the chat. Where is Simeon located? Who are Simeonites today? See if y'all know y'all tribes, man. See if y'all know y'all tribes. Where's Simeon located at? Okay. I see the DR, Dominican. Okay, all right. Dang, where the brothers at, man? The sisters always answering, man. Where the brothers at? Right? Let's go to the next slide. Y'all right. Y'all correct. The DR, Dominicans. Sister Carla Taylor. Right? Let's go to the next slide. Nadia. There we go. I was told to stop. That's funny. Right? So our next son we have here is Levi. Right? The La, the Wa, the Ya. La Ya. Right? La Ya. Okay? Now we read Genesis 29:34. And she conceived again and bare a son and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore his name is called Levi. Right? The definition is in the scripture. Be joined or join to. Right? Join to. And then the root word is lava, to be joined. Right? To be joined to me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore, his name is called Levi. Right? God. Let's go to the next slide. I hope y'all taking notes, man. Taking notes of the Hebrew and the meanings and where you can find them. Right? So this one, we have the Ya, the Ha, the Wa, the Da, and Ha. Right? Khan. The A disappears in the Wa. In the Wa, yeah. Yeah. We have the Ya, the Ha, the Wa, the Da, and the Ha. Yahweh Da. Right? We had a captain who pronounced, his name Yahweh. Right? Then we got it, which was Judah, obviously. Then we have Captain Judah. You know what I'm saying? Captain Judah. Both names Judah. Just one said Yahweh and one said Judah. All right. Verse 35. Remember, this is Leah's kids. Verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah. What does Judah mean? Praise, to give thanks, right? You have the Hebrew definition with the Hebrew counting system, and then you have the root word, right? Yah, da, to give thanks. That's right, Josie. Judah. No Benji. Judah. 4th tribe. 4th tribe. Go to the next slide. So now, if y'all paying attention, I'm gonna ask it again. Who did Dan come from? Put it in the chat. Right? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I made a mistake right here. It should have just been Dan, but it's the 4th letter is Da, Na, right? And then it would just be Dan, right? But it means, his name means to judge, right? Genesis 30:6. And Rachel said, God hath judged me and have also heard my voice and have given me a son. Therefore, call his name Dan. Call his name Dan. Sorry, I can't do too much. I'm at the hospital with my father. I'm supposed to be on the phone. Con, sister, it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna pray. We're gonna send a prayer up for your father, you and your father. You know, so family's for, right? So we see Dan. It means to judge. The root word deem, H1777, means to judge, right? And that's what it makes it clear in the verse. Okay, go to the next slide. Gad. Now, who does Gad come from? Who does Gad come from? Put that in the chat real quick. Who does Gad come from? Bilhah as well. There we go. There we go. Right. This is the Ga and the Da. Right. It's supposed to be just Gad right there, but Gada. Right. Gad. Hebrew word is true. The root word, to invade, good, to invade, attack. You know, it's crazy that we see characteristics of the tribes, right? And I'm gonna read something real quick. I'm gonna go to First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 37, right? Actually, I'll start at 32. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. So Issachar had the ability to understand the times, right? So where you get the Mayan calendar or the Inca calendar, right? Remember when they said, "Oh, the Mayan Inca calendar is going to be over in the year 2000 and everything's going to just shut down and all that stuff," right? The Issacharites, they had the ability to know how to tell time, right? Of Zebulun, such went forth to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war. All right, 34. And of Naphtali, 1,000 captains with them with shield and spear, 30 and 7,000. So Zebulun, they were experts in war, experts in battle and instruments, right? Fighting tools, stuff like that. And Naphtali, they understood, you know, how to protect themselves with the shield, right? They created the shields and stuff. 35. And of the Danites, expert in war, 20 and 8,600. Right? The Danites were experts in war. And Asher, such as went forth to battle, again, experts in war. But then it gets to the Gadites and the Reubenites. Verse 37. And on the other side of Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, and half of the tribe of Manasseh, with all manner of instruments of war for battle, right? So Gad, you notice, like, it's damn near the whole northern kingdom. And when you look at it, troop, to invade, to attack, the Gadites, they knew how to build weapons of war, right? They knew how to build weapons of war and weapons that knew how to destroy you, right? I just wanted to bring that out to show, like, the characteristics of the tribes, a lot of the tribes, right? Where we at? Genesis 30 and 11. And Leah said, "A troop cometh," and she called his name Gad. A troop. Salakia. So that gives you, it has a definition of why she called his name Gad, right? Go to the next slide. Now, the next one is Naphtali, right? You have the Na, the Pa, the Ta, the La, the Ya. Naptalia, right? Naptalia. It means to wrestle, wrestling, right? We read Genesis 30 and verse 8. All right, verse 8. Where's that? And Rachel said, with great wrestling have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. Okay, so if you come from Naphtali, you the word means to wrestle, right? You might if you come from Naphtali, you might be trying to argue with everybody all the time. I don't know, right? You might be trying to argue and fight with everybody all the time, right? You know they say, well, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, go to the next slide. Now we got Asher. Okay, Asher. The the Shah, the Ra, Ashara, right? That's how you would say it in the Paleo. Ashara, right? Which means happy or blessed. The root word is Ashar, right? Blessed. Okay, let's read Genesis 30 and 13. Like I said, man, it's giving you the definition in the verses, but you always want to double check. Okay, it says, and Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. Okay, y'all take notes on that. And also, if you need this slide, just send us an email, or if you're in the congregation chat, just put, I want the slides so I can go back and look at them, and I'll put it in the chat. All right, go to the next slide. Now, Issachar, right? Right, Issachar, the Yah, the Shah, Kara, Yashashakar, Yashashakar. All right. The Hebrew definition is to recompense, to lift up, support, to hire, to wage. Okay. Let's go to Genesis 30 and 18. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. Right? It means to hire, wages. These are the root words. Sakar, Nasa, right? That's crazy. It's spelled NASA, right? To NASA, to lift, to support, right? And we know Issachar about their money, man. They always, man, I can go to Home Depot right now, around the corner. There's about 50 of them out there waiting, trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? They be hustling, man. They be hustling. Go to the next slide. Now we got Zebulon. The Za, Ba, La, Wan, Na. Zabalawan. Zabalawan. Right? It means to be exalted, right? To dwell. Zabal is the root word. Okay? Contes, right? Genesis 30 and 20. And Leah said, God hath endued me with the good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulon, right? To dwell, to exalt. Okay? Go to the next slide. Benjamin, Sister Chosie, this is you right here, man. This is you. The Ba, the Na, the Ya, the Ma, Ya, Na. Oh, I just have a nagging question. I thought we read Hebrew from left to right. Yeah, we do, right? We do. But I'm making it simple, I'm making it simple. We do read from left to right. Right? So it's Benyamyan. The Ba, the Na, the Ya, the Ma, the Ya, the Na. Benyamyan, right? Son of the right hand. Bain, son, grandson, child. Yamin, right hand, okay? And that is in Genesis 35 and 18, where he got his name and his birth. So let's go there. It said, it came to pass as her soul was in departing, for she had died, that she called his name Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. Right? The Ben-Oni mean son of my sorrow or sorrow. But Jacob was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We're gonna call his name. We're gonna call his name Benjamin, right? Son of the right hand. All right. Let's go to the next slide. Come, Manasseh. The Ma, the Na, the Shah, the Ha. Manasseh, right? Causing to forget. Nasha, again, Nasa, to forget, deprive, okay? Let's go to Genesis 41 and 51. Genesis 41 and 51. Come. I'll start at 50. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Aseneth and the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of his firstborn Manasseh, for God said, he hath made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. So what is Joseph saying? He's saying that he named Manasseh because when he had Manasseh, the Lord made him forget all the other stuff, right? Forget his all my toil, all his problems, and all my father's house. Forgot about, all the stuff that happened to him with him and his brothers, right? Again, you say Manasseh, right? Manasseh. Go to the next slide. Ephraim, right? All you so-called Puerto Ricans out there, this is you. Now it's the the Pa, the Ra, the Ya, and Ma, right? Aparayum, right? The definition is from H669, I shall be double fruitful, right? The root word is Ephrath, the place of fruitfulness, okay? Verse 52, Genesis 41 and 52. And the name of the second called he Ephraim, for God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. Right? Khan, all praises. Shakita. Slack if I said that wrong. Ephraim in the building, man. Ephraim in the building. Right? So it means to be fruitful, right? And is there another slide after that? No other slide. Okay. So look, like I said, we're just basically going through the history of figuring out which mother you come from. I mean, you might have just come into the truth. You might have just started learning that you're Israelite, and you don't know, right? So that's why I did this, small basic lesson about where you come from. Now, I believe I am from, the 4th tribe, Judah, right? I believe I'm from the 4th tribe, which is the most important tribe, right? The most important tribe. And, I learned that I've been in the truth almost 7 years, and I learned that over time. So, it was a nice quick read. If you, like I said, if you want to get the slides, just in case you missed something, send us an email. I'll send it to you. Or if you're in the congregation chat, go ahead and put a message. Go ahead and put a message in the congregation chat, and I'll put them in there. Okay. I hope y'all learned something today. I hope y'all wrote some notes down, and you know, like we always say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with us today, man, learning something. You know, Khan, all praises, Yaniv. All praises, man. Again, you know, as I started the class, man, put the water Yahweh in the chat. You know, you can be sick, but you still here. You can have one leg, you still here. You can have no legs, but you still here, man. You still here, man. Put up the water Yahweh in the chat, man. You know, it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing to be here, man. So with that, you know, I'm gonna close out. You guys have a rest of y'all Shabbat. Have a good rest of y'all Shabbat, man. All praises to the Most High. Khan, Sister Josie. Khan. Y'all notice whenever I do class, I try to do simple things, man. I don't try to make it too complicated. I try to make it simple as possible, right? So, yeah, man. Y'all have a rest of y'all Shabbat. Have a good rest of y'all Shabbat, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, 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 black music, black music, black music, black music, black music,
Yeah. You know I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Before 104, man. We've been in this race for a while. Let your prayers for me just be restoring. I'm for the fight. For me, I'll be just fine. I ain't asking for more much. More of you, less of me. Need your Father, more Spirit, love, your tender care. God has been rough. Send your angels there. Patience when I serve. Make the fire with chair. More than overcome. I believe what I read. Just like when the Messiah fled to the wilderness. This right here, this that obedience. This that environment, they ain't see me. I shall not bear a grudge if you can make me. Impression make it man, but gotta make the ends. This that kid a quick temper trying to make it in. Though the meek gon' get the hurt, the wicked running for the time. Got the faith, now watch what happen when your time is. So rock 11:10, mind your business. Don't need you chiming in. Unless it's present up, I'm for the fight. No, I'm all in. I'm about this here. Need your Father. Restore me. I'll be just fine. I'm more of you, less of me. Yeah, need more Spirit of love. All I need, your tender care. God has been wrong. All I need, send your angels. Patience when I serve. Make the fire with chair. More than overcome. Let your prayers for me restore me. I'm for the fight. Yeah.